magical people. Okay. Excuse me. I always do it as a very quick video. I'll warn you now. It's like, whoosh, gone. Okay. So I shared this with some people today. They like it. So I thought I'd come on here today and share this really cool, powerful manifesting tool for programming the matrix. But before I do that, I know I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. Go to our website, crystalsrock.earth. On the front page is a little ticker tape, and if you click on the bit about our Witchcraft Basics course, go along, sign up for the online lesson, first lesson 1, which is about witchcraft as a nature path, how magic works and what it is. Okay, it's very interesting. I'm going to be doing live lessons in this course on Zoom. It will be 1 lesson a month, and it's by donation. So when you sign up, you will be redirected to a donation page where you can make whatever donation you like. And then once that's done, you would then be redirected again back to our website, where you will see there'll be a Zoom link on there, and there will also be a link that will take you to the the preparation videos. I'm going to go. I can't say prepare. Yeah, I can't say that word. The videos that you want to get through before we start. So the online one is the 21st of March. Okay. If you are interested, because we are in Kent, so if you're interested, close to London, then the middle of Kent, really. If you're interested in doing the actual one-to-one stuff, email me. Okay. There's only 5 places though, and there's, well, it's small for a reason. Okay, so what else was I going to say? Oh, we've got some events going on as well next week and for the next couple of weeks. So I will also link that. I'll put all the links below the video. Okay, so this powerful manifesting tool for programming the matrix. You are in control. So one of the things that we've been experimenting with is this idea. So I'm guessing you guys have seen the Truman Show. So this idea that reality is kind of unfolding as we go, yeah, whether that's like a holographic type thing or whether that is actors, who knows. But we've been experimenting with this idea, yeah, and we've got some interesting results from talking to, we call them the architects. Yes, that's a matrix reference there. We've tried different names, but we kind of like architects. That's what resonates, yeah. And the one thing that we've kind of realized is when people talk about the controllers and they talk about them as if they are in control, but they are not in control, because these are the top banana people, yeah. They are not creative beings. They literally have to feed off of the people beneath them, yeah. There will be another video coming actually on our walk the other day. I mean, you might have even heard this before, I don't know, but I had quite an epiphany actually about the lack system, but that's another video. But what we realised a little while ago is these people, they are not actually in control. Yeah, they might look like they're in control. They might cast the illusion that they are in control, but they are not. Why? Because we are the creator beings. It's us that creates the reality. Yes, they use us to do that for them with programming and all the rest of it. But we are the creator beings, not them. Okay? So you are in control. So I want you to try this, but I only want you to try it if you've done some kind of inner work already. Yeah? So you're already busting that programming and that conditioning. Yeah? Because if you come into this with the knowing that, well, you're just a victim of your circumstances and it's not going to work. Yeah. So you need to, because mind magic is where it's at. Yes, I'm banging on my table. Just to make the freaking point. So yeah, if you've done some inner work and you've got to grips with some of that conditioning and that programming, then this will work. I tried this morning with my printer, yeah, and it was instant. And this printer, it had a paper jam, and it wasn't just a bit of a paper jam. Oh my fucking God. It's just like, I'm like, fuck, how am I going to get this paper out of this printer? There's an access point at the front, and you have to get your hand right in there. I had my thumb, I had ink all over my hands. It was like, oh my God. I thought I damaged it, because when we then tried to print out, there were big gaps. Like between, like there'd be a line of ink and then a big gap, line of ink, big gap. I'm like, shit. thought I completely busted the printer getting this paper out, yeah. It didn't matter what I did, it was still printing like that. And I was getting, as like head in the hands, oh my God. Because it's just, it's just a pain in the arse, yeah. So this technique is, I don't know if you remember, back in the 80s, and they probably still use it now, I don't know, because I don't do those things anymore. But back in the 80s, yeah, we used to use something called Basic to program computers, yeah. And one of the protocols was if then, yeah, if blah 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 blah, then blah 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 blah. So you set the parameters. So if is the constant, if you want to call it that, whatever you want to call it. I'm calling it that because that's kind of how I see it. And then you have then, which is what you want to happen. Yeah. So the idea being, when you are programming the matrix the way you want, is you set a parameter and then you tell it what you want to happen. So the reason I'm kind of explaining this, and there will be also a link to this sheet that I'm reading from that I did today. So the reason I'm telling you this is because this was basic programming language. Yeah. I don't know if you ever did this. You'd do like a little code, little bit of basic code, and you'd get a word repeated around on the whole screen. This is silly little things that we used to do in computer studies. So anyway, so the idea about using this, so it's something we found. I can't remember the guy's name. We found it a couple of days ago. And I've tweaked it. And the reason I've tweaked it is because the wording was a little bit meh, so I tweaked the wording. And I also tweaked it to include, because we're witches, so we are natural banishers. All three of us in this house are banishers. Yeah. So what does that mean? That means that we know what we don't want. So we have a pile of stuff here. We get rid of the stuff that we definitely don't want, and what we're left with is what we do want. That's how we work magically. You might be the other way. You might be just bring in what I want, and then the stuff that you don't want will just fall away. Yeah. So it works two different ways. They're opposites. In soul realignment, banishing is called exclusive. Yeah. So it's exclusion, and bringing stuff in is called inclusion. Yeah. If you want to know what soul realignment is, I'll leave a link down the bottom. It's amazing. So yeah, there was paper jam, and I couldn't get the paper out, and I thought I'd broken the printer, and it really was, I was getting very exasperated, to say the least. I mean, you know, when you want to throw something out the window, it was getting like that. So what I did is I went to this if-then. Yeah. So basically, I said out loud, if everything is one and I am one with the universe, then my printer is fixed, never runs out of ink, never gets paper jam, and works perfectly every time. But the little thing that I added on the end, which for me is, you know, when those feelings come up of, oh my God, I'm going to have to fucking buy a new printer. Oh, and it's always a pain in the ass, yeah. I stopped that. I've stopped that in its tracks with this. I refuse to believe that there is anything wrong with my printer. Okay. And then we tried printing something. Came out perfectly. Ba-boom. Yeah. So, go and grab the sheet, because it tells you all about it on there, and you can keep that. If you are not a natural banisher and you're the opposite, yeah, it would look something like this. So the second bit would look like this. I believe that my printer is working perfectly. That's how. You can see the difference. So you've got one, the banishing protocol. I refuse to believe that there is anything wrong with my printer. The inclusive is I believe that my printer is working perfectly. So you see the difference. It's subtle, but it's different, and it taps into that natural ability, which when I do a soul realignment reading, I also go into your manifesting blueprint and I see what they, so I would know, I would tell you which one you are. You could be somewhere in the middle, or you could be one end of that particular thing. So when you're doing this, you do it out loud. It's more powerful if you do it out loud, because you're telling the universe. Yeah. You can go up to the void space if you know how to do that. Do that. And also remember, when you're wording these things, the words no and not doesn't recognize those. So for example, if you say, so these are examples. So if you want to fix your printer, yeah, there's a difference between if everything is one and I am one with the universe, then my printer is not broken. And if everything is one and I am one with the universe, then my printer is fixed. See the difference? So the first one, the universe would just say my printer is broken. Doesn't recognize the not. It's a funny little quirk. And then, so if you then took that into something else, so if if everything is one and I am one with the universe, then I am not in lack. Or if everything is one and I am one with the universe, then I am in abundance. It's difference. Yeah, there's a difference there. Using the word not cancels that out, and it goes, I am in lack. So then that mirrors back. If you look at it as a mirror or a reflection, I like to call the law of abundance the law of reflection, because that's exactly what it is. It's a reflection. And I've been saying that for a long time. Also remember, at the bottom of the page, mindset is everything. So like I said earlier, this technique will work as long as you have done the essential inner work on your conditioning and programming, which hinders your progress as a divine creator being, because that is who we are. Okay, so the link below for the sheet is down below. It's Google Drive it's a Google Drive file. Yeah, that's the only way I can get this to you. I can't get it to you any other way. All right, so suck it up if you don't like Google. These things can only do things to you if you allow them, because you are a divine creator being. You are powerful. Yeah, don't buy into the bullshit. All right, so I think that was all I need to say. Keep your eyes open, because there will be this other video which is about, I've got it on a bit of paper, the consumer system and its actual function and how it works to keep you in lack. Bada boom. Right, I'm going to go. I'm going to go and make some, yes, I'm going to go make some dinner. It is time. See you in the next video. Until then, stay fearless.